Rory, time to reflect on last week's performance, so runner-up. What have you taken from it? What did you want to brush up on going into this one?
Yeah, I felt really good with where my game was last week. Opened with that great 62. Made a big number on the Friday. Felt like I played pretty good Saturday without really doing much. I struggled to hold putts early on, but then got it going on the back nine. And then Sunday, obviously, I made a couple of mistakes with the 3-putt on 14 from very close range, and then the ball in the water on 18, and even the ball in the water on 6 off the T2. So I think just tidying up some of those little mental mistakes. First week back, you're sort of, you're not expecting it, but you can see how those things just sort of happen if you haven't played in a while. So brush up a bit on the game management. Be a little tighter mentally with some of the stuff, and apart from that, I hit the ball well, felt like I putted well for the most part, and if I do the same again this week on a golf course that I know really well, I should have a good chance.
You have that wonderful privilege of going back to golf courses you've won on quite a lot in your career, testament to what you have won. Does this one have any extra significance because it was the start of the journey?
It was the start of, so it was obviously the first win of my professional career, but I first played this event as an amateur in 2006, so I've been coming here for 18 years. If I can't even believe it, but Dubai's meant a lot to me over my career. It's I got my first win here. I feel like it's a tournament that gave me one of my first opportunities to play on this tour. My first sponsor was from here, Jumeirah, so I've a lot of great memories, and I have a lot of great friends in this region, and I lived here for 4 years as well, so there's a big piece of my life has been spent here in Dubai, and I'm always excited to get back. I don't spend as much time here as I used to, but it's always exciting to come back and spend a couple of weeks.
You've talked openly about your quest for more major championships, decorated across regular events, 16 DP World Tour, 24 on the PGA Tour. Do regular events still quench your thirst, or do you desire so greatly now those majors?
They still quench my thirst. I think there'd be no reason for me to tee up in these events if they didn't. I think winning is winning and competing is competing, and it doesn't matter whether it's the Dubai Desert Classic over here or whether it's the Honda Classic over there, whatever it is. I love competing. I love to try to win golf tournaments, and majors are really, really important in this game, but it's not the only thing that matters in my mind, and there are other things, but look, the majors are important, and I would love to get my hands on another one, and I think mostly because I've done everything else there is to do in the game since I've last won a major championship. So to me, it's like the last step on this journey I've been on for the last few years is just getting my hands on another major trophy.
Just finally, last week, McIlroy, Fleetwood, huge numbers across the globe in terms of viewership, attention clearly on the DP World Tour. Here last year, a showdown where you got up on Patrick Reed to win here again, the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. Where a world of golf is competing for attention right now, we know there's the effort for Live Golf, the PIF, to be a part of the future of it going forward, the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour. Is there a concern for you at all in where this tour might sit in that whole thing if there's a triumvirate at the top of the tours?
So, not particularly, because I think the way I view it is a bit like Champions League in football. It's like the best of the best in Europe, and then all the other leagues feed up into it. So all these players, and there's lots of different tours and competing interests and a lot of great players, but if you want to create something that is a real value for the game of golf, I think it's this top global tour, and then all the other tours feed into it. And there's promotion and relegation, and you have to earn your way in, and you have to earn your spot to stay in as well. I think that's really important too. So I think it has to be global in nature, and to me, we need to figure out a structure where all these other tours feed into that, so it gives people a chance to come up and play at the top level.